Thank you very much. Let's get back to our governor. Governor Brewer made good on her threat by filing a lawsuit against the legislature. She wants the Arizona Supreme Court to force some top Republicans to immediately hand over her budget bills that were approved 2 weeks ago, even though those very bills could be vetoed once they reach her desk. The governor says delaying those bills violates the constitutional requirements that governors act on legislation.
It's imperative for the people of Arizona to understand that I am fighting for the people of Arizona in respect that they need to get that budget to me so that we can determine what we are going to do, so that we do have a budget, so that government does not shut down.
The governor and the legislature have until June 30th to hammer out a budget plan. July 1st marks the start of the fiscal year.
And joining us with more on this heated debate, the president of the Arizona Free Enterprise Club, Steve Voller, and you say the legislature has every right to hold off sending these bills to the governor.
Well, they do. They're negotiating the budget right now. And so the legislature has a priority not to increase taxes. The governor wants a tax increase. The legislature did pass a budget, which she said she would veto. So they are negotiating. They're negotiating every day, sometimes into the wee hours. And I think that this is a lot about who's going to have leverage during the negotiations.
It really all boils down to a tax increase or not, right?
That is the biggest sticking point. They're really not that far off on the spending side. It's where they're going to get the revenues.
Yeah, I mean, if the money's not coming in, where do you get the money?
Well, that's the question. The legislature thinks you ought to restructure the size of government a little bit more than the governor does. And really for the next fiscal year, which, as you say, begins July 1st, they're not that far off. So a lot of this is going to be for the following year and the year after that.
I think even you are surprised by what this has turned into. A lot of it seems somewhat theatrical, and even the paper asks, what if the budget rift shuts down the state?
Well, that's just it. We've got to remember, the legislature is controlled by Republicans. Jan Brewer is a Republican. So I don't think most people anticipated a big stalemate amongst the same party. We just had a Governor Napolitano was a Democrat. We had some very heated budget battles, and it never got down to, are we going to shut down state government? I don't think it's going to happen. I think they'll resolve their differences and move forward.
In the next few weeks?
Yeah.
Yep.
Will the Supreme Court actually make a decision here, or is it going to be taken care of before?
I reread the part in the Constitution that talks about transmitting bills, and it doesn't say that they shall do it by any specific time, so I don't think they're going to step in.
We appreciate you joining us this morning. Steve Voller, the president of the Arizona Free Enterprise Club. Thanks for your time today.
Thank you.
Thank you. We appreciate it.
It is 6:20. Coming up next in sports, another slugger reportedly tested